Hello, welcome or welcome back. Today, I'll be talking about what makes a company strong and weak. So let's get into the video. 1. YG Entertainment Strength. 1. Their training system, especially their rappers, you can tell when they've had YG training because they're so good and have unique tone. 2. Their two-facedness. Examples 1. When the founder stepped down from his CEO position, it made people think he had no control over the company or the decision-making. Lol. We all really thought this guy would have no power, until we got wise. When he has the most shares, so therefore has a huge say in the company. 2. When their market value dropped drastically because of the Burning Sun scandal and all the other stuff that happened that year. And then they were in debt with either Saint Laurent or Louis Vuitton, they looked so broke and acted broke. Until they did a 180 and basically like 60% of the time all this was happening they had moved to a new big ass building. So basically everyone thought they were bankrupt or on the verge, but they weren't. They were just pretending for public sympathy and to manipulate our views and thought of the company. Crazy shit, but big brain. So like they know how to manipulate the media towards the direct they want. Also their closed offness and dark aura really makes them stand out and feel exclusive. Which is great for branding. Therefore turning a little to a lot. Weakness. Their greed and poor management skills. They always seem to want to bite more than they can chew in certain situations. This is also a strength but a major weakness that has caused them to lose a lot of talented artists, due to their inability to create both quality and quantity music. The way JYP Entertainment does with Twice and their artists. They choose quality over quantity, so only a certain amount of artists in the company are allowed to have a comeback per year. I believe it's like only 10 artists, and that sucks especially if you don't make it to a year's lineup, then we'll have to wait the next year. Which is why many artists like Lee Hi left YG not because they were treating her badly but because she just wanted to release music anytime she wanted. And that's why she went to a smaller company aka Among, since they're not a multi-million-dollar company with dozens of artists to manage. They can tend to her needs easily than YG could have. 2. Pledis Entertainment Strength. They give their artist freedom, that most don't. Apparently they don't have dating bans and their artists actually have artist freedom with their music. A great example is 17. Also out of companion that aren't in the big three, their groups have the most potential to outshine the big three's groups. For example Pristine vs Twice. From Us can easily outshine any other 4th gen group, like Cherry Bullet and Rocket Punch etc. Only ones who could stand group with them would be ITZY, G-Idol and Dreamcatcher. Well, at least in my opinion. Weakness: they have poor management, stole gifts that were meant for 17. Like TF, so unprofessional and apparently are extremely harsh on trainees. Like wow, YG has very tough training system but for Pledis to be called harsh, something is really up. Anyways, the whole time with my wild heart I thought From Us 9 was under the Menro to set about their mistreatment. 3. JYP Entertainment Strength. Their idols and their weird ability to make overly catchy songs. Like their songs are so good and catchy. If you hear it once it will get stuck in your head, even if you don't like the song. Their idols work so hard and are dedicated, they also have great personalities. Out of all the big three, JYP idols are the least problematic. Then again there is also YG Idol, but for YG they don't even speak like that, they really are like ghosts so they too are quite unproblematic. Weakness. Repeating the same mistakes they've made in the past and oversaturating the market. The idols or groups are either a hit or miss, the company either remembers you over time or forgets you. It's a common thing in JYP Entertainment for their soloists or duets to never have comebacks lol, or even their older groups to rarely have comebacks. For example like GOT7 and Day 6, but now that GOT7 is gone and Stray Kids aren't active cause they're on Kingdom. They're pushing Day 6 more as that's their only boy group left in the company. 4. SM Entertainment Strength. Their strength is their ability to create music that will age like fine wine. Also their innovative approach towards things and their unique range of vocalist. They simply have the best vocalist in the industry. Their training system is one of the best in my opinion, they turned someone who was a bad dancer to one of the best in their generation. I know it's not just the company but also the idol's hard work and determination, but you have to admit that not just anyone can train someone to be so skilled to that level. I won't say their name, so guys should guess who they are and comment down below. Also their ability to manipulate the media, they've definitely had a lot of serious scandals that they managed to cover up and divert eyes from. Which is why people actually think SM is better than YG in that aspect, but no, not really. SM is just amazing at media play, every other company compared to them is still learning work. Lol. But overall it's a major strength for them. Weaknesses. Their inability to treat fairly, look past physical features and the lack freedom of speech. Whether it's a group or an idol, they can never seem to treat them right, one is always very clearly favored over the other, which is bound to happen at times, but they love to overdo it and that kind of thing brings chaos to a group. They choose to protect the ones they like, instead of standing up for all their artists. But at the same time, they also rarely stand up for any. They also lose out on talented or hard-working people because they don't fit their image or force idols to diet for no reason. Or make them show skin. We all know sex sells, but it's at a point where it becomes incredibly difficult for an idol to do their job. Especially when they are uncomfortable with hundreds to millions of eyes are on them. To such a high extent and ends up giving them anxiety and so on. When it could have easily been avoided if, for example, just gave them safety shorts, decent clothing that they feel comfortable in. Even though they're uncomfortable with the length, at least their private parts won't be exposed against their will. At this point, I would talk about Cube. But since honestly I don't care about them nor could really find an decent strength for them. They won't be involved, also artist freedom for music isn't there. Soyeon literally talked about how she would every time have to convince them to let the group release a song, their concept even down to the group name. Like even after their success because of her musical skills the company basically doesn't even trust her, and sis has to always be convincing and arguing with them. Like where's the trust and freedom? Jilly anyways. 5. Big hit HYBE, strength. Their ability to predict trends. Like BTS is talented but there are many factors to contribute to their success and one of the main thing is, they slash the company's ability to predict trends in the music industry and create something amazing. If you're a bit confused go watch Joanna Cedia's video about falling into the K-pop black hole. In like the first half of her video, she basically studied and went into detail of how HYBE predicts and set music trends by looking at data and past trends. It's super interesting and very informative, if you have the chance please check it out. But after this video, lol. Also they're smart enough not to rely only on the money BTS brings in but to also venture out and start to build the company up, by acquiring other companies and diving into newer business ventures that are not reliant on BTS or about BTS. Weakness. They capitalize too much. I know that they're a business but HYBE has to be careful, I can really see they doing too much and are facing a major loss. Like they be selling BTS bottle of water. Like it's no even the reusable type, just normal plastic bottle with a lil decoration. Yeah. Like come on, it's starting to get out of control. We already have BT21 then Tinniton. I swear these people will want to release something along those lines again but with a different art style and then slap BTS onto it. 6. FNC Entertainment. Strength. Their training academy and their connections they have with other major companies. So basically their academy trains people that want to become idols and then gives them opportunities to audition and have a chance to get signed or become a trainee under another company like Starship Enterprise etc. So like that's great for them and their reputation. Weakness. Their biggest weakness is that they're not able to use the tools around them well. They have so much opportunities and potential to make their artist big but they lack to really strategies for that. But I can see that they're trying for cherry bullet. Well that's it for today's video, hope you liked and enjoyed it. If you did please hit that like and subscribe button. Also comment down below your thoughts. Till next time. Ciao.